I wanted to come on to do a kind of just fun little pick a card for this Lionsgate portal. We have the Lionsgate portal and we have the full Sturgeon Moon that are coming up. I think the Sturgeon Moon is tomorrow, and we have the 8/8 portal. So the Lionsgate portal is connected to Sirius. We have that kind of, that 8 is that infinite energy, that unity. It's that that balance, that flow. So I just want to come in and do a fun little game where you can pick your card through your intuition and just see what's coming up for you, for this portal. But we also have this full moon. So full moons are usually about releasing, illuminating, stuff in the dark, that bright moon. And then we have the sturgeon. So when we think about the sturgeon, we have this kind of ancient fish. It's got this ancient energy, kind of like that Sirius energy. It's got that water, that's also Sirius. So we've kind of got it intermingling, but then we've got, the Lionsgate, which is that fire. So it's kind of like that fire-water balance. It's got the lion, courage, fire, being brave. So we've got kind of, abundance. We got the things like that coming out. So I just wanted to see, what was coming up for you. So I'm going to pull from my Gaia Oracle cards. And I ask that this message will be of benefit for you to know. So I'm going to pull 3 cards from here. And we're going to do kind of a 1, 2, 3, and I'll add some cards in. So we've got this card number 1. We'll do a little shuffle. We've got card number 2 here. So we've got 1, 2, and then we've got our card number 3. I guess I should spin them all around so they're facing the same way. So, pick a card. So I'm going to call this card 1, card 2, card 3. I'll give you a second. Don't second guess yourself. Just pick a card. Trust your intuition. There is a message for you in there. And if your message, it doesn't really resonate, it could be something that's coming, or you could find another message in some of the other cards as well. That usually happens quite a bit. You can take messages from all different cards. So let's see if you've got a chance to pick. So card number 1. So we have here number 15. And it says the Temptress. So I got this, I think, in the last collective that I did. So we have here seduction, deceit, a broken promise. So there might be something that comes up that's going to illuminate, your third eye. See how we have kind of this flame here? And we've got that Lionsgate. So I think this card is about, it's going to illuminate something. It's going to your heart. It's going to be affecting your heart. But it's got that fire. It's burning up anything that is no longer serving you in the heart. So we've got the heart and the third eye connected. See here how we have this DNA almost strand. This third eye is being illuminated. We're seeing through some of the truths. We're seeing through some of the illusions. We're seeing through how we can be tempted to turn our attention away from the present moment. There's seduction. There's seduction all around us. What is the saying? Not all that glitters is gold. So sometimes, we can be tempted to use our power, in a manipulative way, in a not loving way. You can see that all the time with, greed, people who are powerful people who use their power for money, for fame, for pride, stuff like that. So I feel like here you're going to have some illumination, and there might be something come out. There might be a truth that comes out, and it might have to do with some deceit. So it could be something, you know, when I think of deceit, you know, it could be something in your friendships, your relationships, you know, it could be something as well as, you know, it could be something like you were deceiving yourself as well. You were wearing that mask. But it's looking like there is some sort of temptation that's coming up, but it's going to, and it says here a broken promise. So it could be as well, there could be some sort of broken promise in there. You know, if it's relating to another person, maybe you broke a promise to yourself. But it's going to illuminate. You're going to see through that illusion. It's illuminating that in your third eye. There's an activation going on there, and it's burning. It's the fire. It's that Lion's Gate portal. It's burning up. And when I think of lions, I think of courage. And when I think of courage, I feel like courage comes from the heart. Being brave comes from the heart. So it's going to illuminate, you know, your heart chakra. It's going to burn up anything that's no longer serving you there. And that's going to cause an activation in your third eye. So I feel like on this, you know, this full moon, you know, this Lion's Gate portal, that, you know, your third eye is going to be activated. You're going to see through some illusions. You know, you're going to see maybe some deceit that's happening. Maybe you'll see some seduction. Maybe you'll be tempted into seduction. You know, tempted with seduction, you know, but you're going to see through that illusion. And we have number 15. So number 6, I would say number 6 is kind of like our spiritual connection, our divinity. So it's actually going to serve you in your spiritual connection, your connection with the divine. It's going to serve you, even though it might not, you know, nobody wants to hear about deceit. Nobody wants to hear about a broken promise. It's a hard truth. It is a hard truth. And I was actually just talking with somebody about this the other day. Truth is not easy. You know, finding out something that is true, that goes against you is not like, you know, or someone you love, or your values, your beliefs. It's not easy. It's going to shake up a little bit. But I feel like there's going to be some truth that comes out this week. This weekend. There's going to be some truth that comes out. But don't try to hide and run from it. We're facing our fears. That is kind of what the Lion's Gate is. It's like we're facing our fears. It's about our spiritual connection. You know, we're having that courage, that bravery. We're taking on the qualities of the lion. You know, that royalty, that king of the savannah. So it looks like if you chose card number 1, you're going to see through some sort of illusion. You're going to have a third eye activation. This might hurt your heart, like fire. Fire is hot. It's you know, it can be destructive. But this is actually going to burn up anything that's no longer serving you there. So it might, you know, be something that is hard at first, but it's helping you. Because in reality, we all want the truth. You know, even though we might not want to hear it, we don't want to keep living a lie. So card number 1, and I'm going to pull some more stuff on it afterwards. But so that was for card number 1. And I feel like your heart chakra is actually going to, because we've kind of got some vibration here. It's looking like, I feel like you might actually be getting some heart palpitations. Maybe you might be feeling that in your chest. Always obviously have a second opinion. Don't let anything go, you know, unnoticed. But sometimes with these activations, we do get a little bit of physical symptoms, headaches, heart palpitations, you know, pain in the back, stuff like that. If it's serious, obviously don't ignore that and get it checked out. But I feel like your heart is going to feel like it's maybe fluttering a little bit, and that can happen when we are exposed to something. It's like, you know, we get that broken heart. We have a broken promise here, but it looks like here, like we're actually shaking up things. We're burning it up. It's illuminating your heart. It's almost like it's setting that energy free. So that was for number 1. So number 2, so we have perception. And it's saying here, beyond the veil of illusion. So we're getting this illusion kind of thing again. We've got these 2 women here. You know, we've got the divine feminine energy. We've got this woman, like I was just saying, you know, we're seeing beyond the veil of illusion. We got that third eye, and we got a throat energy here. We've got that butterfly. There's a transformation that's going to happen. There is transformation in our DNA. That is what's happening right now. Our DNA is transforming. We are evolving. So here we've got kind of, we've got a throat. So maybe it has something to do with your throat chakra. You know, you could have a little bit of a blockage, but it looks like here it's shining and it's gold. It's got that kind of that shining. Same with connected to the third eye. We have those upper chakras too. So we've got third eye again coming out here, and it's saying, so perception. So it's like seeing from a different perspective. We're seeing through the illusion. Things are being illuminated for us. That's causing a transformation. And that transformation could be in the way that we express ourselves. It could be the way that we speak our truth. And you could be called more to speak your truth because now you're seeing from a different perspective. You have perception, you have depth. And this third eye is just being illuminated as well. So we got number 12 here. So number 3, I would consider that a master number. So number 3 kind of is that mind, body, soul connection. Number 3 is like the Trinity. You know, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. It's also a very divine, I would find, spiritual connection number. So we've got number 3 and 6 here. 6 with this card, number 3 with this card. So yeah, she's looking and she's seeing through illusions right now. So if you chose card number 2, you're going to see a different perspective on something. And that's going to make you realize that it was something that was an illusion, that it might have been something that you were making up in your head. Fear, false evidence appearing real. That's what fear is. Maybe it has to do with fear as well. Maybe there was something where, you know how sometimes we can talk ourselves when we're scared and we're in our fight or flight mode. We can think of all of the negative things that are going to happen, like the worst of the worst. And then sometimes like it turns out like it wasn't even that bad. Like we worked ourselves up for nothing. I feel like that's kind of the perception you're going to get with it's going to be, I think, related to your fear. You're going to see that the ways that you project a fear onto yourself. And then we've got this shining, this golden energy, that Lion's Gate energy. We've got that fire, that sun. So yeah, we're being illuminated, but there is a transformation taking place. You're going from one way of seeing to another. Yeah, with the third eye, I'm getting chills on that. You're going from one way of seeing with these eyes, you're going to be seeing with your third eye. So that's what's coming out for number 2. Number 3. We have number 3, the dream. The card number 3, yes, the dream, but it's card number 4. So 4 is kind of like our stability, I found, our foundation. We got the 4 walls of the house. 4 is kind of our family life too. It can be our home life. But we have here the dream, and it's saying something is revealed, insight, breakthrough. So these cards kind of all have a same particular, theme. You're going beyond seeing, illusion, I feel. And it's saying here something is revealed. So yes, and we have the full moon. That something will be revealed to you under this full moon. It might have something connected to your physical goals or your dreams, or it could have something to do with your dream time. So pay attention to your dreams, write them down, even if it doesn't make sense, and see if you, I've been taught that you can write them down every night and then see in the end of the week if you can find a common thread, a common theme. And dreams are from the subconscious. We have that, that third eye, that kind of blue, very, very night blue energy. So see if you can find a theme. There is a lot of good ones I know on GP chat. A lot of my friends use that, and the dream explanations are just like mind-blowing on there. They're actually really, really intuitive and really cool. I wouldn't rely heavily on it. Trust your intuition. If it resonates, then it was for you. But there is a lot of apps that you can go on now that can give you a little bit more insight into your dreams that you're having. You might be having a dream where it's really scary all the time, and so obviously that's coming up. There's some fear, and it's coming up to be released. It's coming up through your dream time. You could be having, animal dreams of animals. So maybe that's a spirit guide trying to contact you, for a message. They say if you remember it, then it was a message for you. So we have her, and she's kind of just, lying here, like, in perfection, naked, not trying to cover herself up, like she's sprawled out, she's relaxed, right? And we're on the ground, we're kind of got that grounding, with the trees and everything. So it's looking like this full moon, maybe even some full moon bathing. I'm finding, like, just going out and basking under that full moon. You don't have to be naked or anything, but just going and basking in that light. I feel like, there's going to be something revealed to you. It might have something to do with your foundations. And it's saying you're going to get some insight. There's going to be a breakthrough. You're going to get some of that. So if you chose card number 3, we've got something is being revealed. You got that full moon. We're grounded. It has probably something to do maybe with our stability, our foundation. Now that could be our physical foundation, or it could be our actual, our mental, could be, into our mental, like our subconscious. But it looks like here, we've got something's coming, you're going to see something, you're going to see beyond an illusion. It's going to be illuminated. So that's what I've had for those cards. So I'm just going to, I'm going to pull up another card, a couple cards, and just see what else we could get on this. So this Temptress, because it looks like a lot of them are being, there's a third eye. There's something is being revealed. There's some, illusions that are coming to the surface. But we're seeing through them with different perspectives. We're having insights, breakthroughs. So I'm just going to see here if there's a life lesson that's connected. So for number 1, if you chose number 1. Let's see. Now this could be something that's coming up, this life lesson. Yeah, so we got relationships, and like I was saying here, like sometimes, deceit, a broken promise, seduction, that can happen in relationships. So it looks like your relationships might be tested a little bit, during this time, but you're going to see through the illusions. You're going to see it's illuminating your heart and your third eye. It's going to illuminate your spiritual connection. It actually is, this moon is actually changing your DNA. So it says here, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Yeah, so we've got the Temptress, we've got seduction. Sometimes we're attracted to seduction, but that's not for our highest good. That's just, at the time, that's what we think we want, we get seduced, we get deceived. So it looks like here, your relationships, there might be something coming up. We have this all interconnected kind of pattern here. I feel like I think that's the flower of life. I can't remember for sure, but we've got this here. We've got this purple energy too. Yeah, so it's like our crown chakra. We're thinking, it's in our mind kind of thing. So I feel like your relationships might be tested a little bit, during this full moon. Something's being illuminated to you. You're going to find out a truth. It's going to be reflected back to you, and it might have something to do with you know, maybe there was a temptress, maybe there was, you know, someone else, or maybe you were, you know, you yourself were tempted. But something is going to reveal itself, some sort of, you know, deceit, seduction, or a broken promise. But it has to do with your relationships, because there's a life lesson in there. And your, you know, your affirmation, your life lesson is knowing, you know, or, you know, being attracted and knowing, you know, the people who are serving your higher good. The people that are deceiving you, the people that are breaking your promises, the people that are trying to seduce, they're not for your highest good. And that's being revealed to you. And that is going to, I'm getting goosebumps. That's going to come with a little bit of pain and, you know, in your heart, because obviously, you know, if you love, you know, love heart, if you love someone, hearing that happened, is, or seeing that happened is going to be heartbreaking. But it's for your highest good to know. It is for your highest good to know. I'm getting chills on that. It's for your highest good to know. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when it happens. So yeah, I'm attracted to those people who serve my highest good. And that's your affirmation. So that'll be a good one to have this weekend, you know, in your relationships. And it doesn't have to always be, you know, a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship, you know, it could be a family dynamic, where this happens. So, you know, it's not always, our romantic partnerships. It can also be a relationship with, you know, a sister, a father, or a mother, you know, a friend. So just something to watch out for. So that's a life lesson that's coming up, but it's being revealed to you so that you know who is for your highest good, who is here for you and your highest good. So let's see number 2. Card number 2, if you chose card number 2, so we have the perception here. What is the life lesson that's popping up for card number 2 here? Yeah, so we've got some doubt. It's saying here. So it says, I release the need to know all the answers. Yeah, and like seeing here, so we have perception, seeing it from a different perspective. So I feel like that life lesson of doubt might be creeping up on you. You might doubt your abilities. You might doubt, you know, your truth. Here with the you know, the throat chakra, you might doubt who you really are. Because sometimes whenever we see things from a different perspective, it makes us question our truth and ourself. So a lot of things happened to me on my spiritual journey that when I first started, I could say, I absolutely think, like, I believe I know, you know, this is how it is. This is one way. But as you start ascending in your consciousness, you're starting to access deeper truths behind those truths. So, you know, it shakes you up a little bit, because you're thinking, oh, well, I always thought it was this way. And I thought this is, you know, the way that that things worked. And you will start to access a deeper truth under that. And it actually, it just keeps going as you keep ascending. You keep getting deeper truths, you know. So you might be having some life lessons of doubt. We have this kind of this sun too. Like, look at here. We've got like almost like this sun, it looks like, and we've got the sun here. So you might be having some doubt about trusting your own intuition and your third eye. You might have some doubt about, you know, speaking your truth, about who you really are, about your identity, about your expression in the world. But you're going to see from a different perspective. So that's what's coming up here. So just release the need to know all the answers, because, you know, the answers will keep unfolding as you keep ascending. When you keep going into higher levels, you're going to start accessing, like I was saying, deeper truths. Every time you get a different perspective, you're able to kind of stay open to that information that comes in. You can see things for kind of outside of your own belief system. You know, we can think something or someone is a certain way until we actually get to know the person and actually get to kind of like get to see their side of the story is when we get another perspective. And then you go, oh, well, that's, you know, maybe why I am the way that I am, or that's why, you know, that person is like that. Like, we're getting a different perspective. So you might be having some doubt come up, but release the need to know all the answers. And that's what it's saying, because as your perspectives open up, there's like two things can be true at the same time, you know? It's not just there's one answer for everything. Two things can be true at the same time. Multiple things can be true at the same time. It's kind of that paradoxical energy that we have. You know, it's the same energy, but there's different, and there can be multiple different truths. So just trust, you know, trust yourself. Don't doubt yourself. You know, release the need to know the answers. And it looks like this is kind of coming from, you know, we've got a little bit of the solar plexus energy here with that yellow. So that's kind of our will, our fire, our drive. And then we've got here a lot of the green, so the heart chakra. So it looks like it might be affecting your heart chakra as well as, you know, your drive kind of thing, your will, your shining, how you put yourself out into the world. And then we've got kind of like these, like, I almost feel like, you know, we've got the directions like north, south, east, west kind of thing. It's like there's different perspectives that you can see that's going to help you with your like, it's going to help you see beyond the veil, the illusion. So I feel like that's what's coming up for you. And that's like like I was saying, our mind, body, soul connection. So we've got here, like, yeah, doubt. Doubt can affect our mind, body, soul connection because it kind of depletes our energy, right? Because when we're doubting ourselves, we're not trusting ourselves. And maybe we're trusting what other people say, which you will always want to trust our own intuition. We want to trust our own intuition. That's number one. So it looks like you might be having some doubt here, but release the need to know all the answers. There is a transformation. You're going to be seeing a different side of something. So that's for that one. And for last but not least, the dream. So let's see if you pick number 3, a life lesson that's coming up. So we got some forgiveness. This one comes up quite a bit in our collective. Actually, I think last time I did one of these, forgiveness came out. So we've got some, we've got some sacral energy here. We got some sacral, we got some throat energy here. So speaking forgiveness. And then we have two forgiveness emotions, you know, water, the flow. We've got this spiral kind of, we're flowing. And like I was saying, I think we got this one in a collective not long ago. We have some, like, almost looks like chains. Like, it's like when we're holding on to when we're holding on to resentment and we're holding on to grudges, we're almost chained to that energy. It's like our energy can't flow past it. You know, we can't open up to love. It's harder for us. You know, that energy is still affecting us. So what I'm getting with this card is, like, you're having a break. It's saying here, insight and breakthrough. So maybe this forgiveness, this is coming up. Maybe this forgiveness is going to help break through the chains. It's going to help break through the chains. That's what I'm getting. Because whenever we're holding on to those things, we're still stuck in that energy. And it's saying here, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So you hear how she's kind of like really relaxed. She's really calm. Like it's almost like she's got that flow. Like she's just, you know, basking in the moonlight. You know, she's in the present moment. When we're holding on to onto the past, we're not in the present moment anymore. When we're holding on to, you know, that hurt. And forgiveness, as well, as I say this many times on my channel, because this one comes up quite a bit, forgiveness is not like condoning or saying, you know, that's all right that that person did that. It's just letting you let go of that energy. You're not in that energy anymore. You need to release it. Harboring resentment is going to cause physical issues within your body. Particularly your sacral, particularly your throat. It's going to actually manifest as diseases. It could be reproductive issues. It could be, you know, there could also be ones connected to your throat, thyroid, you know, stuff like that. Expression, how you express yourself. So whenever we can, forgive, we're releasing ourselves, we're breaking the chains from that energy. And in a way, and I know that it's when you reach spiritual maturity, you'll know that forgiveness is not only releasing you, it releases the other person. It releases the other person. And how powerful is that? And you might sit there and you might say, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to release that person from that energy? Because it's necessary. They were here to help you. They were here to help you learn a lesson. They played a part in your story. They play a part in your story. You are the main character. They are helping you. You know, so forgiving them also breaks them out of that energy, because they were here to help wake you up. You know, they were here. They played a part in your story for a reason. And sometimes you have to play a bad guy. Sometimes that's what we need. You know, we have the light in the dark. We have that balance. But sometimes we need those people to help us snap out of the state that we're in. So like I was saying, yeah, forgiveness. It's not saying you're condoning what the person did. It's releasing you from the energy. You don't even have to ever contact them. You don't have to call them up and say, I forgive you. You can do that, you know, on your own within your heart. But it's going to help break the chains. It's going to help break the chains that, you know, maybe your energy has been chained to. So yes, and maybe something is revealed. So maybe you will be getting someone forgiving to you. Or maybe you will decide to forgive somebody based on maybe some information that gets illuminated with this full moon. You know, maybe something in your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams, because there's messages coming through for there that are coming up, because you need to release it. You need to pay attention to that. It's something that's coming up. And that's why, you know, it's coming up in your dreams, because it wants to be released. The energy wants to be released. So yeah, and we've got some insight in here. So you might be getting that. So that's what I'm getting for that one there. So I'm going to do one more card. So is there anything that we can do kind of to help? I'm going to ask the angel cards if we've got like, is there anything that, you know, we can do, or the, you know, the collective that chose these cards can do to kind of help with this, you know, this energy that's coming in. So let's see here. So if you chose card number 1, so we've got number 88, and it's funny because we've got that 88 portal. So it's saying reward. So it's saying here that we've got relationships and the temptress. So maybe it's something that you will be tempted into, but you're going to deny. So maybe there's some sort of reward coming out here. So it looks like here, like, we've got that flower. So we've got like this blooming. It's helping you to bloom. It's helping you to grow like the flower. But it looks like here that there is going to be some reward out of it. But it might not seem like that at first. Obviously not. You know, when a relationship ends or a friendship ends, because of, you know, they aren't serving our highest good. We're not like, oh yay, that was a reward. That comes after. You're going to find the people that are serving your highest good. So it might be another relationship. Once you heal, it might be another relationship, another friendship. It's going to reward you with attracting people in that are serving your highest good. And it's helping you grow. It's all for our growth. It's all for our growth. Life doesn't happen to us. It happens for us. We've got this pink energy. So we've got that heart chakra coming out again, kind of pink and purple. So yeah, it looks like here. And we've got number 16, kind of with the 8-8. And so that's 7. So yeah, it's going to illuminate like our chakras, our divine connection. It's like an initiation. There's initiation that's going to happen. There's an initiation. When you can let go of the people that aren't serving your highest good, that's an initiation. You're going to be rewarded. And your reward, actually, it could be growth. And to be honest, that's actually a good reward. It's for your growth, your learning, it's wisdom. So it looks like here, you might be rewarded, in your relationships, in trusting yourself with that. So let's see what else we got come out. Yeah, you're going to be rewarded with people that will serve your highest good. I feel like, I didn't have all the cards. And 8 is like that infinite energy, where that balance, the infinity sign. So we're being rewarded, with some balance in our relationships too. We've got that ×2. So it's funny that we've got that ×2, and relationships are usually, between 1 or 2 people, 1 and 2 people. So it's like you're almost going to find a match out of it. Obviously might have to go see through some illusions, to get there, in your relationships. But it's almost like it's like you're finding the match, out of it. And I can honestly say, I am probably living proof that does happen. So I would say that does happen. Once you can you go through those heartaches, you see through the illusions, the deceit, you stop lying to yourself, and you heal as well, your relationships just get better. Your vibration, you raise your vibration, you attract the right people. You attract the right partner. Someone who's on your level. But it is all for our growth. So those people that, that are deceiving you, that are maybe, breaking their promises, they're some of our biggest teachers, to be honest. And I'm grateful for that. Because if that hadn't happened to me, who knows, right? I definitely don't think I would be here, with the friends and the people that, care and love it, that are serving my highest good. So once you can heal from that, you'll be rewarded with something. You will attract someone. Another friend. You could even be another friendship. Could be another partner. Could be a companion, So, okay, let's go number 2. Number 2. Okay, what do we got here? So if you chose number 2, what do we got here? So yeah, we're releasing, like we said, we're releasing doubt. You know, we're releasing the need to know all the answers. We got 999, so watch out for that, 999. So we had 88, and then we got 999. We got that third eye, like I was saying here. We still got this picture. She's got that third eye illuminated. We're releasing the need to know all the answers. We're releasing control, because whenever we're trying to have control, that's when we're like in fear. We're releasing that fear. Also, that is also a fear of death, is trying to control everything. You know, that when you go into the deeper schematics of it, it's actually related back to a fear of death, because we don't know what happens after we die. We're releasing that. Release the need to know all the answers. So that one's pretty straightforward here. So yeah, we've got, that's going to be what happens, is you're going to have a release. And this is going to help you see beyond the veil. There is a transformation with that butterfly. There's a transformation when you can release. And the full moon is all about, is a lot of the full moon, I shouldn't say is all about, a lot of the full moon is about releasing, because, you know, it's what we want to let go of, what's no longer serving us. So this full moon, you're really being called to release that. Release the need to know. Life sometimes is a mystery, and we have to roll with that. Where would be the fun if we knew where we were going? I wish I did, but you know, we do, but we still, the journey is supposed to be the fun part, not the destination. The journey is supposed to be the fun part. So release the need to know the answers. Release that, and that's going to help you see beyond illusions. That's going to illuminate your third eye. It's going to illuminate your throat. It's going to, you know, help with your expression. You won't, you know, you aren't going to be doubting yourself anymore. You're just going to be trusting the universe. Like I said, the universe is working for us. So that's that one there. So number 3, if you chose number 3, pull those ones over a little bit. Let's see what else we got. It's a lot longer video than I thought I was gonna make, but and here, like, too, the forgiveness I'm getting too, like with this dream, like, see how there's flowers and there's leaves, they're very healthy, and we've got the sacral energy, which is like water. It's almost like you're going to be pouring into yourself. Like I said, like it's breaking the chains to your energy. You're going to be able to bring in that love, abundance. It's going to help you grow. So let's see what else we got here. So we got truth, 99. So we got 88, 999, and 99. Oh, that's pretty cool. And we've got like this, a lot of this third eye is being illuminated, it looks like here. You know, so yeah, we're seeing some truth. And like it's saying here, something is revealed. Breakthrough, insight. You know, that's our reward, is kind of going to be some truth. We're going to see truth. We got that third eye here again, so connected to our dream, like our third eye, but that is also connected to our subconscious and our dreams. So we're going to get some truth. So it looks like there is something that is going to be revealed. You're going to have a truth revealed, but this is going to break through, you know, and that kind of goes with the forgiveness, you know, that breakthrough. You know, something is being revealed. So maybe there's a truth that's going to be revealed whenever you forgive someone. Maybe there is something that comes forward with this forgiveness. It kind of breaks that chain on that energy, and then you have a truth revealed about it. So it looks like here too, it might affect your stability a little bit. But we're grounded, we're relaxed. It's illuminating. So yeah, we're having some truth illuminated in this one in number 3. So if that's what you chose, that's what's coming up. So you know, we had one card, 1, 2, and 3. We had a lot of third eye activation stuff going on, a lot of subconscious, a lot of, you know, things being revealed. I find we've got releasing truths, you know, revealed in our relationships, you know, revealing our self-doubt, and as well as, you know, we're having some insights, some breakthroughs. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and let me know if your cards resonated. And I hope that you have a great weekend. Thank you.